welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be a shop my stash video. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the products that were in here. I did add a few items in here. We'll talk about those. I did use them for the past, I don't know how long it's been a long time. I did take a road trip with my husband and my son. We went out of state actually, so I had to take some stuff with me, and I came back and I was really sick for a while, so it's been a really long time. I'm really sorry about that, but here we are. We're gonna get it done. I have a lot of new items to play with. Again, really long intro, but we're gonna go through what's in here. I'm gonna talk about the products. I enjoyed pretty much everything. So we're gonna take everything out. I think everything out. Maybe just one item I'm keeping from here. And lippies, maybe one lippy I'm keeping. And then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for new items. And then like always in the end, I'll show you what the drawer looks like and we'll do swatches. Let's get into it. Actually, before we go ahead and get into it, if you are new here, I do hope you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and now let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, let's talk about powders first. I had last time I pulled in 3 powders, and I added one more throughout, I don't know, a couple weeks. For finishing powder, I was using this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is the shade medium. I have to go very light-handed with this as a finishing powder, otherwise I feel like my makeup looks heavy, but I do enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. I had both loose powders. I had Too Faced Peach Perfect for all over my face. I do really like that. And the Derma Blend Illuminating Banana Powder. I really like this under my eye. So pulling both of these out. The other powder that I added was the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. This is in the shades, it's a little bit dark for me, 725. So when I use this to set my makeup, what I do usually is, after I pick it up, I pick it up with a brush, and then I go on the outer perimeter, normally where I would apply like my cream bronzer. I would set that first, and then whatever's left on the brush, I would set the rest of my face, and it's been working. The reason I pulled this guy in from the stash, you know, without showing you last time, is because I picked up the new CoverGirl, the Clean Fresh powder, Clean Fresh, and I wanted to kind of like try them side by side and see what the difference is. I have been using that, but I did put it in my new makeup drawer. We're gonna pull it again today, and I do really enjoy it. So there, we'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Let's do bronzer, I guess. For bronzer, I did have the Bronze Booster by Physicians Formula, and this is in the shade light to medium. This actually was pretty nice. It did illuminate really well on my skin. I did enjoy it. It's best applied over like a different bronzer because it is kind of illuminating. If I use just that by itself, I look a little too much teenagery, which don't want to go back there. Bare Minerals Bronzer by Photan. I do really love this guy, and so I would use this one. Ooh, I have some blush on here. I would use this guy and then lightly go over it with this one, and then it gives a very healthy looking bronze cheeks. I had one cream bronzer, and then the other bronzer was in the palette. Bondi Bay, and this is not Bondi Bay, Nude Sticks. This is the shade Sunkissed. I absolutely love this thing. I do really like all of the Nude Sticks products that I do have, that I've tried from them. I've liked every single one. So I have this one, and then Bondi Bay is the other one that I'm trying to finish up this year. I kind of go back and forth between these two, this one and the other one. I like putting a cream base. It's not too intense, so you can go over it with a different bronzer. So I like doing that, and I really like that guy. Again, this was sent to me from my friend Valerie. Thank you, Valerie. For highlighters, I had Pure Barbie, and this is Confident Glow. Oh, this guy is so beautiful. My son, like, sometimes he likes to come stand next to me when I'm doing my makeup, or he'll be in the room when I'm doing my makeup, and every time he sees this guy, he's like, use this. It's absolutely stunning. I have to go very light-handed with my brush. I barely dip my brush in because it does produce quite a bit of kickback, and I don't like to waste my kickback, so I go back there and like pick up the kickback and apply it. It's pretty intense. I really like it. Again, I'm holding on to the box because the box is adorable. So here's that. Okay, now I get it. Now I get the hype about this Wet n Wild I'm So Lit highlighter. Holy smokes, this guy is beautiful on the skin, and it is really intense. You just have to use kind of like the right brush, otherwise it just gets all over the face. But that's probably the thing with all loose highlighters. I have to swatch this because I was just I really wanted to see it again. It's really beautiful. Looks amazing on the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that guy out as well. For highlighters, more highlighters, I had these in here, and this guy. I had the Laura Geller Diamond Dust, like the big gelato swirl, and the shade is Diamond Dust. Again, this was really pretty. I can't remember. I think I did like a purple eye look, and then I used this as a highlight because it does have that purple reflex. It's really beautiful. I was pretty happy with that. And this guy also, like, holy smokes, this is the Molten Glow by Jouer Cosmetics. Swatching it with my finger kind of like didn't do much, but applying it with a brush, oh my goodness, this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Like, look at that, super metallic. Yeah, Molten Glow for sure. It looks like melted gold on your face. Okay, I have to be sure. I thought it was it's not a square shape, it's a rectangular shape, so I couldn't close it one time when the clear plastic was there. Well, okay, you didn't really need to know that, but I told you. Okay, and then the last highlighter is a liquid highlighter. I do have a face palette, or two face palettes. I do have the MAC Strobe Cream in here. I do really enjoy this. I do have a couple of these. I'm gonna somehow mark it to make sure, like, next time, like, I want to pull it in, I don't pull in a different one. I like to use one at a time. I'm gonna have to mark this guy, but it's beautiful. I did like I enjoyed applying it under my makeup, like under my foundation, and I really like applying it at the end, just tapping all over the cheeks after my powders, and then putting in a, you know, like a powder highlight. Looks really pretty. Okay, for blushes, I did have Apricot in the Middle by Wet n Wild. It's one of my favorite blushes from this line, like this Wet n Wild line. I do really enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. Lawless blush. This is Make Me Blush, and the shade is Angel Suede. Again, this was so beautiful. That it's kind of like it's not a totally matte. I think it was satiny. Like, it looked super satiny on the skin. Well, again, it's a velvet blush. It's not matte. I did really like it. Oh, this NARS liquid blush. I have a new love for this guy. It is absolutely stunning on the skin. Again, like, when I use it over all of like my powder products, it's not hard to blend. I just gotta go with a fluffy, like, let me show you the brush that I use with it. I've been using this brush. This is, well, it's called the Precision Foundation brush by Luxie, and just like dab it in. Oh, it's so pretty. I did really love it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out as well. Pulling those out. Pulling everything. Seems like I'm pulling everything. Too Faced Love Flush in the shade Love Hangover. Again, this is another beautiful blush by Too Faced. I was happy to get some more use out of this guy. It had been a while. And then MAC Fairly Precious, the Extra Dimension blush. This guy I had to, well, I did use it kind of like a blush on days that I had, like, I put my bronzer kind of like a, you know, blush bronzer kind of thing, and then I applied this guy not as a full-on blush, a little bit kind of like a blush topper, a little bit more as a highlight, and it's so beautiful. This guy is absolutely stunning. I do really like all of these from MAC, or the ones that I do have. Okay, for face palettes, I did have a blush palette, and I had like a Clinique, well, both of them are Clinique face palettes. So the blush palette that I had is the Get Cheeky blush palette, two blushes and a highlight basically. I did not use the highlight, but I did use both of these. This guy is really, really beautiful for this time of the year, so I was really happy that I got some use out of this guy. And then the other Clinique palette that I had a powder, highlight, blush, and bronzer. I mainly used the bronzer and the highlight in here. I did not use the blush or the powder, but it's a really beautiful bronzer. So again, I'm really happy to have got some use out of that guy. Okay, here's a new item that I pulled in, is a highlighter, and this is by this is Makeup by Mario, and this is the Master Crystal Reflector, and the shade that I picked up is Citrine. I went with my son to Sephora, like I think it was the day that these launched, and they had the display right there, and my son was like, "Mommy, please, please, can you please get this? Can you please get this?" I was more tempted with the bronze shade. I can't remember what they called it, but the more bronzy shade, but my son really wanted the yellow gold one, so I got it. And oh, I love this guy. It is so beautiful. It's a different type of highlight. It's kind of like you know those diamond the Diamond Glow by Fenty. Is it Diamond Glow? Diamond something. It's kind of like that. It looks really pretty on the eyes. As a highlight by itself, you can't use it, but as a highlight topper, I know, right? There's a new thing, highlight topper. It looks absolutely stunning. It is so beautiful. No, camera does not do it justice. It's so pretty. Try to focus a little bit more, but I hope you can see that. It is so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in here. It does say that you can use it on the eyes. Is it just the eyes? I think you could use it on the face too. I'm pretty sure, because I did use it on my face. I mean, if you can use it on the eyes, then yes, you can use it on the face. What does it say? This exclusive formula creates a spotlight effect on the eyes or face and illuminates with aquatic radiant light. Aquatic radiant light? I don't know, but that's so pretty. Doesn't have very good reviews on Sephora because I think people were expecting it to be a highlight, and nowadays you can't really swatch them at Sephora. So I did ask the girl that works there, I asked her if she had played with it, and she's like, yeah. And she described it to me kind of like the Fenty one, which I have played with before. And I actually, maybe I'll pull that in today when I shop my stash. So she described it to me kind of like that one. So I knew what I was buying basically, and I'm pretty happy with it. I really do like it. Okay, for brow products, last time I pulled in this guy and this guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull both of them out. This is Iconic London Sculpt and Boost Eyebrow Cushion. I really like this guy, really like it. I think as soon as I'm done with my I don't know, maybe this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just work on this and try to finish it before it dries out on me. I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a unique product. It held my brows in place. They looked absolutely natural, but like full, I don't know how to describe it. I did really enjoy it, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull precisely my brow. Is that precisely my brow? Yeah. I'm gonna pull that guy out. For eyeliner, this is the one I pulled in last time. This is Makeup Geek, and the shade is purple. Again, the day that I did that purple look, I did use this one. Okay, for concealers, I had these two. One is by e.l.f. This is the Flawless Concealer, and the Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define, the super size. I did enjoy both. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them both out. I pulled in this guy again when I went on my road trip. I did take this with me because I wanted to try it out. This is NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I have the shade Fiji. I felt like the shade was a little bit light for me, but the foundation itself, I really enjoyed it. So I like this guy. My glitter, I did get some use out of it, but actually I used it to do an art project with my son. I did not use it as an eye glitter, but hey, I used it, right? Marc Jacobs Sequence in the shade Pop Rocks. This is another beautiful like a shimmery eyeshadow thing. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy out as well. For foundation, I have 3 in here that I actually pulled in last time, and I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one, the Tarte one. But Clinique Stay Matte Oil-Free Makeup. I do really enjoy this guy, how it sits on my face, the way it looks, everything about it. I did enjoy it. And I finally tried the Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. Again, this is another beautiful foundation. It was just a little light. Like, the color was a little light. Like, I really had to bronze it. But both of these I did really like, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull out. This one I am gonna declutter. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I did not like this. The color was a little bit weird to begin with. It was a little bit too pink on the pink tone. It is light neutral, but it was kind of like more pink, and it just did not look good on my skin. Like, one day my makeup looked so caked on. The other day it just, like, on my nose, it just would disappear. Even like wearing it at home, not wearing a mask over it or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. I did have two of these. This is the open one. I'm gonna declutter this one, and then the one that's closed I'm either gonna pass on to a friend or something, but I'm not gonna open it. It wasn't my thing. So declutter. More primers in here. I did have these Keep Me Matte by Catrice. I finally tried it, like, really well, gave it a nice shot. I like this guy. It's not like matte where you feel like your skin is about to crack. Did it really keep me matte? I don't know. I haven't been really that oily, so I enjoyed it. My foundation went on really nicely on top of it. I liked it. And then the Yensa Tone Up Primer, again, this was pretty good too. I did really like it. It is definitely hydrating. So I did like this guy. Pulling both of these out. And for eyeshadow palettes, let's pull them out. Two randomly selected ones were the Masquerade by Juvia's Place. This is the purple look I did, was using these colors. I think that's mainly what I used in here, like from this row, and then the bronzies. I did not use the blues, but I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into my stash. The other randomly selected eyeshadow palette was the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, and okay, I really gave it a shot this time, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. Again, it kind of like recreated that or brought up that love that I had for it again. I did really enjoy it. I think the only maybe shade I didn't use was this one. I used pretty much everything that was in here, and I really enjoyed this palette, and I'm happy to have pulled it in again. And this was the one that I had personally selected. This is the Persona Identity palette, and this is the one I traveled with when we went on a road trip, and I just love this guy so much. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into my stash, but I'm really happy that I pulled it in again. Now for lip products, I'll tell you the ones that I'm gonna pull out from here, and then when we do and I'll show you the October. My god, has it been, I really haven't filmed since, I don't know how long it's been. Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector. This was an interesting product. It was velvety, definitely, like the word velvet. See how it, like, this is how it looks on the lips. Really beautiful. I was pretty happy with this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. The other lip product that I'm gonna pull out, or lip products that I'm gonna pull out, I'm gonna pull out the Maybelline Lip Gloss, Lifter Gloss in the shade Petal. This is really beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. I'm also gonna go ahead and pull out this lipstick by Rimmel London. Kind of debated. I think this guy is really pretty. Like, it's absolutely stunning. The color is so beautiful, but I feel like it moves quite a bit. Like, if I eat or anything, it just transfers. It transfers a lot on a lot of things. This is the shade As You Want Victoria, and it is a moisturizing lipstick, so I expect that from it, but the color is so beautiful. Forget it, I'm keeping that guy. But I do have one from my October lippies that is definitely gonna be decluttered, and it is by Rimmel. The other ones that are in here, I'm also gonna pull out this Giorgio Armani lipstick, and this is in the shade 400. I don't know if it has a different name. These are the Lip Maestro, the shade 400. Really beautiful lip color. I did not use this guy still, and this was in my September lippies, so I'm gonna go ahead and play with that guy as well. And for the Pure Barbie lipstick, I used it one time, and I would like to get some more use out of it because it's just so pretty. Oh wait, how does it open? Oh, I forgot. Oh, there. So I only used it once, and I do want to use it again. It's a really beautiful red. So I'm keeping that in here, and then we'll talk about the other lip colors. Did I do lip swatches? I can't even remember. But I'm pulling out the Ofra Makeup Fixer. I did get some use out of it. Not a whole lot because I was trying to finish a different setting spray. And this guy just basically has a combination of setting sprays that just it would, like, the bottle would be almost at the end, and I just dump it in here, so I keep that in here for that. Now let me go ahead and put everything away from my desk, and then we'll shop my stash. We'll start with new makeup drawers. We'll pull some new stuff, and then we'll go from there. Okay, my friends, we are now in the new makeup drawers. I looked again at when was the last time that I filmed my shop my stash, and it was September 18. Wow, it's been a long time. I do have a lot of new stuff that I do want to pull in. I guess we'll start with these two. I think I want to pull in both. Hocus Pocus, I did use one time. It's absolutely beautiful, and yeah, I picked it up the day it launched on ColourPop website, and I was kind of like mad about the whole launch thing, but that's okay. And the Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette, the Celestial Divinity. I really wanted the Star Wars palette, so when I found out that those two were in here, I went ahead and picked this guy up, and the price was pretty amazing for it. I know for sure I'm gonna pull this guy in. I did go ahead and roll in like do my random number generator for the eyeshadow palettes, and one of them is a pretty small palette. It's one of the Fenty palettes. What was the other one? No, I can't remember. And the other one is by NARS. I don't want to overwhelm myself and have too many eyeshadow palettes. I guess I'm gonna pull in Hocus Pocus as well, and maybe we'll just won't pull in the Fenty one. We'll just, you know, yeah, we'll do that. I picked up the MAC palette, the highlighter palette. I felt like such a dummy. I placed my order online the day that they came to Ulta, and I meant to order the light, but somehow I checked out with the medium to deep. So I have this one, and I still am gonna go ahead and pick up the light highlighter palette, but I'm gonna pull this in today. The CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder. This is the one that I did use a couple times already to set under my eye, and this is in the shade Porcelain. This is really good for me under the eye, but it would be too light for my face. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in. I wanted to show it to you basically before I pull it in. Let's see what else. We have here, I think, oh yeah, oh, and I picked up the Makeup by Mario, the mattes one. Yep, Master Mattes. I'm not gonna pull it in because too many eyeshadow palettes already. I think from here I'm gonna go ahead and bring in, let's do one of these Gerard Cosmetics, the Slay All Day setting sprays. They were on Ipsy. I think the two of them were for like $14, $13. They're not scents that I personally would reach for, but I've been really wanting to try them, so I went ahead and ordered it. I think one of them is like a dreamsicle, orangesicle, and one is, honestly they kind of sound disgusting. Dreamsicle and mint chocolate chip. I hate mint stuff. I did smell it, and I didn't think it smelled that bad, so dreamsicle or mint. Maybe we'll do the mint chocolate chip. Doesn't sound appealing to me. I know a lot of people really like minty stuff, but not me. So we're gonna pull that in. Oh, here's that Fenty Beauty highlighter that I was referring to, the Diamond Dust. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this in. This is called Diamond Bomb. This is How Many Carats. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it in too. Lip gloss. What else do we have? We have a couple highlighters here. More highlighters. I think I'm gonna do this Tower 28, the Beach Please blush, and the shade is Magic Hour. I'm gonna pull this in. Why not? And I don't know what else. I'm not sure what else. Oh, maybe we do the NARS concealer. Let's give it a shot. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. I finally got this guy. I know it's been around for a while, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring this in. Okay, I think maybe from, let me see. You know, I've been really interested in trying this guy. This is the Guerlain L'Or foundation base, I think. Makeup base. Base de teint. Tint? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in. We'll see how it is. I'm not expecting that much from it, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull that in. And I think let's do a fall looking blush. Did I pull in a blush? I pulled in one cream blush. Let's pull in one more. It's either this one by Bare Minerals. This is the Gen Nude blush in On the Mauve, or this one which came recently in Ipsy. This is by Ofra, and this is the shade Charm. I'm gonna do the Gen Nude one on the Mauve. I'm gonna pull that in. It's a lot of new makeup. I think that should be enough from here. And we'll just do some older products. Okay, that's it from here. I'm gonna go ahead. Do I want to get another setting spray? No, I'm gonna stick to only this one setting spray, but I do want to get another primer. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so for primer, I'm not sure what I want to pull in from here, honestly. Okay, what have I not used in a long time? I think I will go ahead and pull in, what is this? Hydrating, and this is smoothing. Let's do the hydrating one, the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. So I'll have two primers. I do miss this guy though a lot. It's one of my favorite primers so far. But I just had it in, so yeah, I really like it. This guy I haven't used in so long too, the NYX primer. Oh, I love this guy too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick to this one, just this guy, the Step 1 Hydrating Primer. We'll do that, and then L'Or, I don't know. This is this guy. Hopefully I like this. I usually don't like the formulas like these. Okay, we'll do those two, and then I think that should be enough. I do not want to pull a brow pencil because I really want to finish that Anastasia one. I'm pretty close on it, and I feel like the shade is just a little bit off. I just need to be done with it. So I'm skipping the brow stuff. Now let's go ahead and pull the eyeshadow palette that I rolled for. Okay, so my random number generator picked out the NARS Hot Nights eyeshadow palette. Which one is it? Not this one, I think it's this one. Which is actually eyeshadows and a bronzer and a highlight. So perfect. This is perfect palette. I can use this one and the other two new ones that I pulled in. So I'm happy with this guy. The other one that I had rolled for was the one by Fenty Beauty, but I rolled the number 4, which is, number 4 is this one. Is it? The berry one. I'm gonna stick to the NARS one, and I'll just, I know I cheated, but oh well. I'm okay with my cheat. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then let me pull in my foundations now, foundations and concealers. Okay, for foundation, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull in, let's see, haven't we used in a long time? A lot of things. I think, how about we do this Catrice one? It's been so long. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Cover foundation, and this is in the shade Hazelnut Beige. I think I'll pull in this guy. I remember enjoying it. I do want to pull in one more. Or you know what? I kept that NARS one, so I'm gonna stick to that. Those two. Although I like having more options. Forget it. I'm gonna pull in one more. I like having my foundation options. What do I want to pull in? Ooh, maybe this one? The Milani Screen Queen. I do really like this one. Or the other option would be these two. This is shade 710, which is a little bit too light. So I usually use just a little tiny bit of shade 745 with it to kind of like get my perfect match. Maybe I do these two. It's been a long time and I might have to just toss these in the trash. Yeah, we'll have to see. I think I'm gonna pull these two in. We'll see how they go, how it works out this time. The other one that I was thinking about is this Bobbi Brown one, which I do really like, but we'll pull these two in and see how they go. For concealer, I pulled in the NARS concealer, and the other concealer that I'm thinking, I know it hasn't been a long time since I pulled it in, but I did really enjoy it. And that one is the COSAS one, because this looked really, I mean, it looked really beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna do the COSAS. This is the shade 04. Let's do that. Now let's do powders. Okie dokie. For powders, we'll start with a finishing powder. There's not that many left in the rotation, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one now, the Hourglass. This is the Luminous Light, and yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Now let's do for like I pulled in an under the eye, or that CoverGirl one, which kind of works as perfect for the under eye. So I do want to do, which other one do I want to try out this time? What about we do this Wet n Wild, the pressed powder, the Photo Focus pressed powder. Let's try that, and then let's do a loose one. For a loose powder, maybe I will pull in let's see, let's do this guy, the Ciate London Everyday Vacay. This is like a coconut setting powder. Let's try this one. We'll see how it works. I'm gonna try this guy. I think that's it for powders actually. Now let's do a single shadow. Fun. And my camera cut me off at some point, but for single shadow, for our loose shadow, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with this one. I think it's not open, but I think I'm gonna pull this guy in. This shade Queen Tiffany, or this one. This one is really. Wait, I forgot that this is. Oh my God, I forgot this is loose product. Oh, Rania, silly. Oh man. Okay. Well, we got loose shadow all over the place now. Well. Okay, we're gonna do with this guy. This is the shade Queen Tiffany. Now let's get a face palette. Okie dokie, for a face palette, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna use? I think I'm gonna go with, ooh, should I do this holiday one by MAC? It was 2 years ago. This is a pretty palette. Then we'll have 2 holiday palettes by MAC. Let's do this one. Why not? I do really like it. I'm gonna pull this guy in. I can't remember what the collection was. Shiny Pretty Things. And this was the fair. So it got bronzer, blush, and highlight. Let's do this one. For a bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in, the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow. It's been a long time since I used it. I know it's a bronzer and a highlight in there. I'm gonna do that one, and I think I do want to do one more. Let's see. Ooh, you know, I picked up another shade of those Milani ones, and I haven't used it yet. I picked up the shade 03. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy in. I had the shade 01, which was too light, so I'm gonna pull in the shade 03. I think that's it, because then did I pick? Let's do one more bronzer. It's only 3 options of bronzers. Let's do one more, because, well, why not, you know, right? How about we do, Let's do NARS Laguna. This is Casino, which is a little bit too dark. Let's do Laguna, NARS Laguna. Ooh, I do have a bronzer in the NARS palette. Okay, one more, and yeah, that's it. Let's do blush now. Woohoo! For blush. I feel like we're kind of on a theme of MAC and NARS, so let's do one of the MAC ones and one of the NARS ones, because why not? For MAC, you know what I haven't really, it's been a long time, is the shade Gentle. Is it here? Oh, there it is. I do like this guy. So I think I'm gonna pull this guy in. Yeah, so pretty. I'm gonna do this one by MAC, and then for NARS, let's see. I used the Torrid last week. That was liquid. Should I do Torrid again, or should I do Dolce Vita Orgasm? Or here's Orgasm, Dolce Vita. Dolce Vita is so pretty, and it's like perfect for these days. I think maybe we'll do, and this is Torrid, which is so pretty too. But I did use the liquid Torrid last week. Let's do Dolce Vita. There we go. Keeping it with the theme. Okay, highlighters. Let's see. These we used recently, and I think that's why they're stacked back here. Okay. Let's pull in. Oh, I was like, oh, let's do the MAC holiday one, but again, more MAC. I don't want to do more MAC because I have that MAC palette. But let's do the NARS Fort de France. That's a beautiful highlight. Is that? I feel like that's a bit much of NARS. No, we're not gonna do NARS. I don't want to be. Don't want it to be that much predictable. Let's do one of these. What's this? Elf Rose Gold. It's been a long time since I used this one. I don't know what I think of it. Let's do this one. And I'm going to do only one more because I do have quite a few highlighters pulled in already. NARS Capri. What's this one? Ooh, this is really pretty. This is an eyeshadow, but I like it as a highlight. I'm going to do this one. This is by Kiko Milano, and this is the shade. This is the Arctic Holiday. And what is the shade name? Shade 01. We'll do this one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back in the door. We'll come back and we'll do swatches of everything, and that will be it. Alrighty, guys, it is the next day, of course. Now these videos tend to be a little, well, not a little, they tend to be very long, so sometimes I have to split. I have to do my swatches the next day. For powder, again, I do have the Hourglass Luminous Light powder. I do really love this guy, and I'm really happy to have it here as a finishing powder. I do have the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I've tried it once or twice before, and I actually did really like it. I don't remember what I thought of this Wet n Wild pressed powder, kind of like an all-over setting powder. We'll have to see when I try it out this time. And the CoverGirl Clean Fresh, I did use this a couple times to set under my eye, and I did really like it. I'm considering purchasing another shade that I could use all over my face. This is the shade Porcelain. It's perfect for under the eye, but it would be too light for all over the face. Okay, for bronzers, I do have the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, and this is the shade Suntan 03 Suntan. I do have the lighter shade of these, the lightest, which is shade 01. It's too light. I'm wondering if this is too dark. I'm really looking forward to using this. The shade 01 was more contoury. This is more like bronzy, so we'll see how that's gonna go. I also pulled in NARS, the shade Laguna. I do like this guy. It seemed like, again, it seemed like a NARS and a MAC week. Here it is. Comparing it to the Milani one, it's a lot more, not shiny. Well, yeah, I guess shiny. And then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight. Why do I call it Hollywood? Is it supposed to be Hollywood? I don't know. But here's the bronzer, or we should say contour. It's more contour. And here's the highlight. See, you can tell the difference. It's a lot more gray tone, and there's the highlight. It's super, I want to say natural because it does have a little bit of glow to it, but it's a really pretty highlight. Okay, the other bronzers that I do have are in the, is it only one in this face palette? And I do have, in the NARS one, I do have some. We'll do this separately. We'll swatch that separately. For highlight, let's do this guy. This is Elf, and this is the shade Rose Gold. I don't remember what I thought of these. Remember the formula feeling kind of, like it feels dry, you know? So we'll have to, okay, there it is. It's more on like the subtle, not blinding highlights, but sometimes that's okay. And then Kiko Milano, and this is an eyeshadow, but I do really like it as a highlight. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Not that I need more highlights, but I purchased this as a highlight. Use as a highlight. I think this was holidays 2 years ago, I want to say. I do have that Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector, and this is the shade Citrine. Again, I'll go ahead and do another swatch, even though I swatched it earlier, but I'll show you what this guy looks like. See, it's more like a press it into the skin more than swipe. It's so beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm excited to be playing with this, and yes, it's staying in the packaging for a little bit longer, and then I'll come out of the packaging. And then I do have the Fenty Beauty, the How Many Carats Diamond Balm. Here is that. It's very similar to, see? I don't know if you can tell, but the two are just super similar in like maybe the Fenty's a little more creamy, more in texture, but like the effect of them, they're pretty unique. Do I have a highlighter palette? Yeah, we do have the highlighter palette by MAC. Oh, lots of MAC, lots of NARS this time. Let's do this highlighter palette, and then we'll do blushes. Do they have a name? It doesn't. I don't see any names. This would, for me, would be more of a I wouldn't even use it. I don't think I can even use that as a blush topper. It's definitely not for my skin tone, but it's so beautiful. Here's the bronzy shade, and here's the lightest shade in the palette. For deep skin tone, I think this would be absolutely stunning. I just can't believe that when I ordered, I just can't believe that. I honestly cannot believe that I ordered this one when I really wanted the lighter one. But hey, it is what it is. Let's do the blushes now, and then we'll do the other MAC palette, and then we'll do eyeshadow swatches. Okay, for blush, I have the Bare Minerals Gen Nude in here, and this is on the mauve. Ooh, every time I touch these things, I forget how amazing they feel. Here is that. Definitely a very fall appropriate color. This is the cream blush by Tower 28, and this is the shade Magic Hour. Okay. Wow, that really did not want to open. I think these are, ooh, that's interesting. Not what I thought it was going to be. Very balmy. Pretty opaque too. There it is over there. It's actually a pretty color. Definitely a different texture than I was expecting. Another blush by MAC, and this is the mineralized blush, and the shade is Gentle. It's been a long time since I used this guy. Oh, that's so pretty. Here it is over here. I'm really happy that I pulled this guy in. It's been, again, a long while since I pulled that guy in. And then the last blush is the one by NARS, and this is the shade Dolce Vita. Another really beautiful fall color blush. There it is over here. I think the only one that's a little bit more like springy would be the MAC one. And the other three would be perfect for fall, but we're gonna use them all and we're gonna enjoy them all. Let's go ahead and do swatches of the MAC palette. Again, this was like 2 years ago, I wanna say. Where do I wanna swatch it? We'll find a spot. Bronzer, blush, and highlights. These are the mineralized skin finish, or sorry, yeah, extra dimension skin finish. They are a little bit like, the formula of them is a little bit weird. You kind of have to like work through the top layer, or I had to work through the top layer before they started kind of like swatching really nicely or applying really nicely. I need to get this color to show up, but it's just so similar to my skin tone. I have a hard time making it show up, and my fingers are really wet. So here we go. Here it is. Highlight, blush, and bronzer. Okay, here it is. It is a really beautiful palette. Make sure my hands are dry. Here's the highlight and the bronzer. They do need a special brush when you want to apply these guys, but here we are. Ooh, here we go. I really enjoy both of them. Look at that highlight. Look how stunning that is. Ooh, that's pretty. So there's that. Should we do a couple of the eyeshadow swatches from here? I guess, yeah, why not? We'll do these three. So here's the deepest one. The more lightest, more pink, and this is the deepest, like kind of like purpley berry shade. So pretty. And then let me do the actual like lightest of them, which is this one. Okay, the Hocus Pocus eyeshadow palette. I did use this guy already. I used this row and this. Let's see. I really want to get into these shades. Ooh, holy moly. Ay, 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 these are beautiful. Oh, Fallout. Hello, Fallout. Wow, okay. I think these two shades, from what I remember, on the in the back of the palette, it said not to use directly on the eyes, but it's kind of like, oh, you know, like where else would you use them? The same as this glitter shade, which mine keep kind of looking a little weird, but here it is, kind of like this is the pressed glitter. Here they are. It's really pretty shades. I think they're gonna stain my hand, my fingers. Maybe should have swatched the Pat McGrath palette first, but oh well. Next, we have the Pat McGrath palette. This is the Celestial Divinity, which I ordered from Pat McGrath directly the day it launched with like a 10% discount. I didn't get it from Sephora. Kind of wish I got it from Sephora because the shipping with Pat McGrath has been kind of crazy. Anyways, we'll do a couple swatches from here. Let's do this one. Ooh, that's pretty. This one. Let's do this guy. Got this pretty purple. Ooh, beautiful. Here's those. We'll do a couple more. The names of the palette, the names of the shades are on the back. They're not on like a little sheet. That, oh my god, look at that. That comes with the box. So I'm pretty happy with that. Do this one. And how about we do, let's do this matte here. It's not that many mattes. 1, 2, 3, I think. So here we go. Here's one. The one matte. Here's one of the gold shades. The lighter lilac and the deeper gold. I think this too will stain my hands. It's so pretty. I really cannot wait to use that on my eyes. And it's like perfect for the holidays with those shades, you know? Now let's talk about what else is in here. I didn't place any eyeliners or any new mascaras or anything like that. I really would like to just be done with these. For concealer, I pulled in the NARS creamy, Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I picked up the shade Custard of this guy. So I have that. I have the Kosas concealer. I do like this one. I've never tried the NARS, so I'm excited to have both of these. And I do have the little NARS sample, the NARS foundation, the Soft Matte Complete Foundation. Again, this is the shade Fiji, which is a little bit off for me, but I can make it work. For the two primers I have the Guerlain L'Or primer, and I have Makeup Forever Step 1, the base hydrating primer. For foundation, I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and this is the shade Hazelnut Beige. I don't remember if this is the correct shade for me. I had two of them, and I got rid of one of them that was way off, way too light, and I kept this one. And I have I pulled in both of the CoverGirl foundations. I don't remember if this one, I think it was a little bit too light, but we'll have to see. My tans are starting to fade, so maybe this will work. This is the Vitalist Healthy Elixir 710, shade 710, and this is super dark for me, but I needed another shade to mix with it, and this is the only one that I could find in the stores. So I have to use like 3 pumps of this and half a pump of this. I have to mix it on like the back of a palette, and I'm wasting product. So if this works, I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter this guy. Hopefully, we'll see. Otherwise, maybe both of them are gonna have to get decluttered. Setting spray, I do have whatever's in this guy. It's not that much product, but like you know how you get to the end of a setting spray and usually you can't spritz it out real well anymore. It starts like shooting funny at you, so I open them and I just dump them in here, and that's basically what's in there. And then I have the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray, and this is the scent Mint Chocolate Chip. God, I hope, okay, it doesn't smell bad, so I hope I actually enjoy it. And then the last thing that's left in here are the lip products, October lippies. So I'm gonna go ahead and do swatches of these. I'll do them off camera, and I'll come back and I'll show you the lippies, and I'll let you know what they like, the names of them and what brand and all that. So I'll be right back. All right guys, I have a lot of reds this time. If you know my collection, you know I have a lot of red in generals, and it just was bound to happen. The first one in here is ColourPop lipstick, and this is the shade Trust Me. It's so pretty. Right next to it is by Wet n Wild, and this is the shade Hazardous Red. Over here is the Pure X Barbie, and this is the shade CEO. It's a beautiful color. Right over here is Maybelline Superstay Ink Matte, and this is the shade Dancer. It's really pretty color as well. I decided to go ahead and pull this guy in because it's like the perfect time of the year for it. And this is the Too Faced Gingerbread Man Holiday of last year came out. It's really pretty color. Over here is a lip gloss, and this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Stone. Again, this was not in my October lippies, but I decided to pull it in. Same as this color over here. This is by Lottie London, the Stay All Day. The shade is Fleek. This came in an Ipsy bag, and I figured this is the perfect time of the year for it as well. Right over here is by Sephora, and this is the Cream Lip Shine, and this is the shade 08. I'm not sure if there's a shade name. It's really impossible to read for me. But the shade 08. Right over it is by Milani, and this is the Amore Matte Lip Cream. Yeah. And this is the shade 22 Amore. So beautiful, and it wears really nicely on the lips. Over it is by Lancome, and this is the shade 168. L'Absolu Lacquer is over here. Right over here is by NYX, the Butter Gloss, and this is the shade Angel Food Cake. And the final one over here is by Besame, and this is the shade Victory Red, one of my favorite lipsticks. For lip liners, I had pulled in two for the month of October. This is by Illamasqua. This is the shade Media. Let me go ahead and do a swatch for you. So it's more on the pink tone. And this is by Rimmel, and this is the shade Rose Quartz. Again, this is more like a pinky, and it's a glowy color. So I decided to go ahead and pull in a red lip liner, and this is by Bite, and this is the shade 078. It's a like a cool tone red lip liner. And because, well, why not? We'll go ahead and pull in the Hocus Pocus I Smell Children Lip Duo because, well, okay, perfect time for it. The lipstick is in the shade Mary. Let's go ahead and do a swatch of that. My hand is so stained. I'll just swatch it over here. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at the packaging of this guy. Oh, it's adorable. I'm excited for this. And then the lip liner is in the shade Spinster Ladies. Perfect. Really creamy lip liner. So there you have it. That's everything that I have in here for probably will be a few weeks. These are longer videos, and I do pull in a lot of products, so a few weeks to get through all of them seems about right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Again, please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave me a comment if you saw something that you want me to talk a little bit more about, or you know, anything, any questions, any comments. Tell me, what makeup are you wearing now? What are you excited for? Did you pick up any new releases? And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye, guys.